So the topic of today's sermon is emphasis. The Buddha once told a story about a past life where there were these two young children, a boy and a girl, who were born in two separate villages right next to each other. Ever since they were born into a family of hunters and gatherers. And so their families would go out hunting every day, kill animals, trap animals, but these two children refused to take any part of it. So ever since they were young children, they never harmed a single living animal, nor did they sell or make money off of these animals' deaths. As they got older, they got married. When they got married, they also refused to continue the family business. They got to the point where their families were concerned what they were going to do with their lives. After having a discussion, the two young children who got married decided they wanted to go into the forest and be ascetics or ordained peoples. So they ended up moving to the forest. And they lived there for many, many years, never harming any living animals, never hurting anyone, never creating any real bad karma. Yet there was one day that they were out picking fruits and berries, and it was raining really hard. So they decided to hide from the rain underneath a large tree, and they stood on an anthill. In that anthill, there was a snake. Now, the sweat off their bodies from the rain dripped into the hole of the snake. And so the snake let out a venomous gas that ended up blinding them. The first thing they thought was, why did this happen? Like, what did we do to deserve this? Why did this happen? It turns out, in a past life, a long, long time ago, the man had been born a doctor, and he had a patient who had eye problems. Well, the patient was very rich and got better, but he refused to pay. Out of anger and out of vengeance, the husband talked to the wife and said, what should we do? And she says, getting money back from a bad person like this is not worth it. We need to punish him. So she told him to come up with a poisonous medicine that would end up blinding the young man in one eye. And so they did. And so the patient was blinded in one eye. And because of that karma, both be blind in this life. Now, a lot of times we wonder why bad things happen to us in real life. We lose our job, we get cheated on, we get in injuries, accidents. We always wonder why bad things happen. Well, the Buddha explained it. It's because we have a past karma. Somewhere at some point, we created a ledger and we hurt someone or did something bad, and now we have to pay it. Now, even though these two people had been good people their whole entire lives, it doesn't mean that it can erase what you've done before. Just like the same thing in this life. You do something bad and you're good from now on, but it doesn't erase the thing that you did. It just makes the bad maybe wait a little longer to come out. Now, the thing is, at that point you can think one of two ways. You can be mad, you can be upset, and you can be frustrated. Or you can learn your lesson. That this is how it feels after you hurt someone and you have to pay it. This is how it feels when you go to jail. This is how it feels when they take you and they sue you for a large amount of money. This is how it feels. And you take this feeling and you take this emphasis and you focus on never hurting anyone ever again. Never yelling at anyone, never striking anyone, never trying to get the benefit or steal or cheat from anyone ever again. Because when you do these bad actions, it doesn't feel so bad to you. But when the person who gets hurt wants revenge, they usually want a lot. You might think, I only hit you once, therefore you should only hit me once. But the pain and suffering that they feel is a lot more. And therefore, when bad things happen, don't worry about why they happened. Worry about how to prevent more bad things from happening in the future. And the way you prevent it is by not being the cause. If you do not hurt other people, you do not kill living beings, you do not steal from others, you do not commit adultery, you do not use your words in harmful ways, and you don't partake in intoxicants, you are blocking off all potential future bad things from happening. So instead of worrying about what happened in the past, we should put the emphasis on how to prevent the future from happening again.